It's Your God Call with Reverend Bill.
Sometimes things go exactly according to plan. It comes together exactly the way we thought it was going to. And other times it happens in a way that we never would have expected. Sometimes that's a problem. Things have gone sideways and suddenly we need to scramble and rearrange and try and make the best of the situation. And other times when things don't go the way we thought they were going to go, it turns out better than we could have ever expected. So as you're engaging in your next project or endeavor, invite that surprise change that makes it as good as you can imagine, and even better.
Give thanks, give thanks, give thanks, give thanks, give thanks for all that is. Give thanks, give thanks, give thanks, give thanks, give thanks for all that is. There will never ever be another day just like this day, so let's give thanks now. Give praise, give praise, give praise, give praise, give praise for all that is. Give praise, give praise, give praise, give praise, give praise for all that is. There will never ever be another day just like this day, so let's give praise now. Say love, say love, say love, say love, say love for all that is. Say love, say love, say love, say love, say love for all that is. Ashe, 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 Ashe for all that is. Ashe, 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 Ashe for all that is. There will never ever be another day just like this day, so let's give praise now. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah for all that is. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah for all that is. Namaste, 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 namaste for all that is. Namaste, 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 namaste for all that is. There will never ever be another day just like this day, so let's give praise now. Oh, give thanks, give thanks, give thanks, give thanks, give thanks for all that is. Give praise, give praise. all that is.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you, Anna. It is so wonderful to have you here. And good morning, New Thought Philadelphia. I'm just giving thanks for everybody who's here, your bright, smiling faces, making my mid-August be that much better. I am looking forward to a wonderful celebration. You guys know the rules when we're meeting on Zoom, which is shush, keep yourselves muted except when you're sharing. And heck, let's share now. Go ahead and unmute so that we can make a little joyous cacophony together. Repeat after me. I open myself to love.
I
I open myself to love.
I open myself to joy.
I
I
open
open
myself
myself
to
to
joy.
joy.
I invite a miracle.
I invite a
invite
miracle.
A
I know
miracle.
love is right here, right now.
I know love is right
Love
here,
is
right
right
now.
here.
And so it is.
And so it
And
is.
so it
Thank
is.
you, thank you. Hit the mute button. Excuse me. One more time as I remind you that New Thought Philadelphia is an open and loving community of spiritual adventurers, welcoming each person to experience their divine nature in an empowering space of unconditional love. Whatever path you've been on, whatever brought you here today, wherever you're heading next, we have been expecting you. Welcome. We don't have a whole lot of requirements. We do tend to all agree on the idea that we believe that there's one power, love, intelligence, or force that creates everything, including each of us. And we each use that same power, love, intelligence, or force to create our lives according to our beliefs. The way we like to say it, your new life begins with a new thought. There's a lot of nuance and detail in there. Today, we're going to be talking about It'll Take a Miracle. And there's a bunch that's packed in there. What I'd like you to think about between now and when we get into the talk a half an hour from now is what do you think of as a miracle? And don't try and second guess it. And don't try and undermine it and say, well, it's not really a miracle because I understand the nature of the universe and new thought principles and all the rest of it. Just every day walking around life, what seems like a miracle or miraculous to you? You have a chance to share that. If you have miraculous electronic devices that are going to be buzzing, beeping, humming, or otherwise distracting you in the next hour, so go ahead and put them on silent so that we can turn our attention inwards to each other and to ourselves. I'm Bill Marchiony. I'm a spiritual director at New Thought Philadelphia. I am delighted today to have Anna Wawrzyniak joining us, doing our music today from London, another continent represented. And we have a couple of practitioners, both of them in North America currently. Jesus Baez, RSCP, is going to do a meditation in a little bit. And right now, Breen Rourke, RSCP, is going to start us the way we start everything with a practical prayer.
Practical prayer. Good morning, everyone. I don't know, that song was beautiful, and it really sets up the prayer. You know, give thanks for all that is, give praise for all that is, namaste for all that is. For all that is that one power, that one creative force of the universe, the one infinite field of potentiality. It is all things, everywhere, always. And it's in full effect everywhere, always. Everything is always the fullness of spirit. So things that seem like a miracle is still the fullness of spirit fully expressing itself. So that oneness expresses here and now as New Thought Philadelphia, as all these bright lights of love that are gathered here today in celebration. The words, the ideas, the music, the fellowship. It's all that creative force in action. So we are inspired, we are uplifted, we are infused with a deeper understanding and connection to that oneness that we are. So I'm so grateful to know this, grateful for this truth, grateful for this understanding and realization and experience of oneness that is New Thought Philadelphia. So in gratitude for this good and more good, I claim this word and release my word into the creative law, the law of mind, the law of yes, the law of the creative force that always says yes. And so it is.
Thank you, Breen. So it is indeed. So the reason that we do a practical prayer is not because we're going to beseech some distant God in the heavens to do us a favor. It's actually to be an active agent in changing the experience of life that we're having. And we like to share what's come about as the results of those prayers. What are our prayer work stories? So if you have a prayer work story that you'd like to share, go ahead and wave your hand, and we would love to hear it. Go ahead, Christy. Rev
Yes,
Christy.
thank you, thank you. Some of you know we went to get a puppy dog yesterday, and it was a new adventure. We drove out to the state of Indiana to someone that we had never met before, in the midst where there were storms all around, but it all went smoothly. I'm so grateful, for that unfoldment. And the where we went, it turned out it was an Amish farm, and it was beautiful and wonderful puppy dog. And so it was smooth. And sometimes we feel anxious when we leave on something new and unknown, but knowing that there is a divine unfoldment. I'm so grateful it went smoothly and we brought her home, and we're so grateful that it went smoothly. And so it is.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you. Ah, that gift that will give for years and years. Anybody else a prayer work story? Well, guys, get busy. And if you're not prepared to do a prayer yourself, we do have some practitioners, and including some practitioners in training who can help you work out a prayer and get yourself queued up so that you can tell a prayer work story on an upcoming Sunday. Right now, though, we're going to hear some announcements. They're going to be brought to us by Jane, and if you have a kazoo nearby, let's herald her in.
Good morning. This midsummer information is on the website at newthoughtphilly.org. Please sign up for the weekly e-newsletter so we can keep in touch. Next Sunday is Metaphysical Movie Night at 7 p.m. on Zoom. We'll screen the movie Yesterday, then talk about the spiritual insights and lessons we got from it. Our practitioners in training are offering full sessions, including spiritual guidance, support, and practical prayer at no charge. Contact Kathy, Michelle, or Laura. Subscribe to Reverend Bill for free on Substack. He's posting the Daily Spark from the new book every day. Drop by for 15 minutes of inspiration for one of our daily meditations on Zoom. They're also on Insight Timer Live on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday mornings. Sandy and Karen lead the Power of 8 Intention Circle every Monday evening from 6:30 to 7 to help bring new experience into the lives of the group members. There are now well over 3,000 spiritual adventurers in our group on meetup.com. Get your midweek adventure on and meet some new folks at one of the daily meditations. Follow New Thought Philly on Instagram, Facebook, Insight Timer, and YouTube. Your support means a lot. Please support New Thought Philly and those who feed us with a tax-deductible donation by Zelle, Cash App, check, PayPal, Venmo, credit, or debit card. Thank you to the team that makes these celebrations work. We get together ahead of time to get things in order and have some fun. Email the volunteer coordinator to join the joy. Next Sunday is online with Principles of Prosperity. Reverend Bill reminds us that the power that created everything is standing by to bring more of what we experience as good into our lives. Live original music by Sonic Yogi. The practitioners are available for professional sessions by appointment. After the celebration today, Breen is available for a quick transformational miracle in a minute prayer. Stick around in the Zoom meeting after the celebration for casual conversation.
Thank you, Jane. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And this is the time in our celebration where we welcome folks who are joining us for the first time with a blessing and an invitation to make sure you get on the email list so that we can keep in touch. I'm looking around the list of names and the pictures of people, and I'm not noticing anybody new. for the first time. If you're feeling new for the first time or you're feeling like a blessing, I invite you to go ahead and just receive this. The rest of us are going to rub our hands together. We're going to share this blessing, feel the warmth, feel the love, send that out. You are the bright light of divine love. Thank you, thank you, thank you for sharing that love and shining that light with us today. We are blessed, so it is. Anna's going to do another song for us, and as she does, go ahead if you can turn your camera on, or at the very least, just look through the people who are joining us together, and understand that this is our spiritual community. The divine is present in each of us in our own way, and we get to share that in our own way.
When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. And in my hour of darkness, she is standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, oh, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, oh, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. When the broken-hearted people living in the world agree, there will be an answer, let it be. For though they may be parted, there's still a chance that they will see. There will be an answer, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, oh, let it be. There will be an answer, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, oh, let it be. There will be an answer, let it be. And when the night is cloudy, there's still a chance that they will see. Shine on till tomorrow, let it be. I wake up to the sound of music, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, oh, let it be. Speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, oh, let it be. Speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, oh, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be.
Thank you, Anna. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, goodness. So, we light the flames of faith every week as a reminder that as unique and original as we are in New Thought, we are part of a rich tradition, family of spiritual practices and religions going back way, way far into history. And we're all connected and we're all part of that one. And we can glean something from all of the other traditions. Ernest Holmes, who was the founder of religious science, science of mind, which is the teaching they were in with. He was the synthesist. He was the one who looked at all the religions and said, this is what they have in common, and that's where his particular spin on New Thought came from. So we're going to light the flames of faith today, and welcome to the platform for the first time, Rev. Christy Semple, who has been part of the community for a bit and raised her hand and said, I'm going to volunteer to be on the platform, and here we go. And if you'd like to do that, then you can just send an email to me, revbill@newthoughtphilly.org, or you can go onto the website and all the information for how you do that is there. It's pretty easy. It's actually a lot of fun. Low impact, and we give you the script. You don't have to make it up or memorize it. So here's Christy with the Flames of Faith.
Thank you for this beautiful opportunity. We perform this ceremony to acknowledge that all people and all faiths come from the one power, love, intelligence, which we call spirit or God. We honor the richness that comes from our shared diversity and bless the interwoven energy of the divine feminine and masculine. We light the first candle for the Tao, honoring the universal path of harmony and equilibrium, the natural way. We light the second candle for the earth-based traditions, honoring the beliefs and practices of all indigenous peoples, the way of primal spirituality. We light the third candle for Hinduism, honoring the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. We light the fourth candle for Judaism, honoring the ethical path of living by sacred law. We light the fifth candle for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the Four Noble Truths and the path of compassion. We light the sixth candle for all forms of Christianity, honoring the Christ consciousness as the path of love. And we light the seventh candle for all forms of Islam, honoring the path of submission to the will of God as the highest calling. And we light the eighth candle for the universalistic religion of Baha'i, honoring the path of unity and peace. And we light the ninth candle for all forms of New Thought, honoring the metaphysical path of mental healing through the practice of universal spiritual principles. Then, as we light the healing candle, please put silently into the names of anyone, into the light. Please put silently into the light the names of anyone or any place you wish to have experience the healing flame of God's eternal love.
Blessed be. The reading today is from Living the Science of Mind by Ernest Holmes, and it is going to be shared with us by Kathy.
Good morning. The river of life. Someone has said there is the river of life, clear as crystal, flowing through the body of humanity, uniting every part into one great being in Christ. Jesus spoke of the well of water, from which if a man drank, he should never thirst again. Throughout the Bible, we have this simile of water, typifying the flowing power of pure spirit. It is impossible to think of spirit as being anything solid. It is always fluid. In line with this thought, it is interesting to note that modern physics has theoretically resolved all physical forms into lines of energy, and these lines of energy must be directed by some intelligence or they would never take definite form. Therefore, we say that the river of life forever flowing through us is ever ready and willing to take the form which we give it. It appears that we have the ability, at least temporarily, to pollute this stream of life with the consciousness of hate, despair, or any negative thought which denies its purity. But of course, we do not really have the power to destroy, only to mold and remold. It is fortunate indeed that this is true, for in spite of all our misdirection, we are still being carried forward on the bosom of this infinite stream to a harbor of perfect safety. We may rest in absolute assurance that good will be the final goal of all things. We can hasten the advent of this good by definitely clarifying our thought and by daily meditating upon the invisible source, the wellspring of life within each one of us.
Give me a word, give me a sign. Show me where to look, tell me what will I find? What will I find? Lay me on the ground or fly me in the sky. Show me where to look, tell me what will I find? What will I find? Whoa, heaven, let your light shine down. Oh, heaven, let your light shine down. Oh, heaven, let your light shine down. Heaven, let your light shine down. Love is in the water, love is in the air. Show me where to look, tell me will love be there? Will love be there? Teach me how to speak, teach me how to share. Teach me how to go, when will love be there? Will love be there? Ooh, oh, heaven, let your light shine down. Oh, heaven, let your light shine down. Oh, heaven, let your light shine down. Heaven, let your light shine down. Give me a word, give me a sign. Show me where to look, tell me what will I find? What will I find? Lay me on the ground or fly me to the sky. Show me where to look, tell me what will I find? What will I find? Oh, heaven, let your light shine down. Oh, heaven, let your light shine down. Oh, heaven, let your light shine down. Heaven, let your light shine down. Oh, heaven, let your light shine down.
Wonderful. Thank you, Anna. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This morning, I'm going to talk about miracles. The title of the talk is It'll Take a Miracle. Sometimes we are faced with a situation we just can't see how it's possible that it's going to resolve itself in a happy or pleasant or uplifting way. And we'll say it'll take a miracle for this to happen. I was living in the New York area and a baseball fan in 1969, and the Mets won the World Series. And so there was one for you. And there are lots of different kinds of miracles. There are the verified church-based documented miracles that are required to make saints, and there are the spontaneous healings and the stories that we hear, and there are the everyday miracles. So we're going to make this a little bit interactive. What I'd love you to do, if there is something that seems or feels like a miracle to you, and not something that you're going to talk yourself out of through, by applying the New Thought teaching, but just what seems or feels miraculous to you, go ahead, put it in the chat, and we'll include that in the conversation. What's a miracle to you? I'm going to start by giving you the dry as toast definition of a miracle. It's an extraordinary, welcome event that cannot be explained by natural or scientific laws. It is often viewed as an act of God or supernatural power. In everyday speech, the world also describes any lucky, surprising, and highly unexpected event. Lucky, surprising, or highly unexpected event. That's a miracle. And sometimes it'll take a miracle. If in order for Smokey Robinson to have a backup band, it took a bunch of miracles, but that's a different story. When something happens and you think of it as being a miracle, the key part of that, it cannot be explained by natural or scientific laws. That doesn't mean it's any different than something that can be explained by natural or scientific laws. It just means that we know what the explanation is, or we don't. As I was thinking about this topic over the course of the last week or so, the difference between a miracle and a prayer work story and a coincidence, I think, is a matter of timing. It's when we start thinking about it. If we think of something in advance and we don't know how it could possibly happen, and then it comes about, it is a miracle. If it just kind of happens and it's that wonderful thing, then it's a coincidence, big happy coincidence. And if it's something that we would like to have in our lives and we do a prayer and it shows up, then it might be a miracle, but it's also a prayer work story. The thing that makes it a miracle is that we don't know how it happened. We don't know how it works. It is mysterious. And I spent a fair amount of time as a magician doing magic tricks for kids' birthday parties and just for friends for fun. And everything that I do that looks to you like magic, I know exactly what's going on, and I know exactly which part of it you're not aware of, and where you're either being misdirected or something's being hidden or something is being shown to you that is not what you think it is. And to the person watching, it's magic or a miracle. And the person who's doing it, they know what's going on. The miracle is the miracle is in the mystery because we don't know. There's that wonderful movie, A Miracle on 34th Street, about the guy who shows up being Santa Claus at Macy's. And the thing that I like about the movie is that there's a lot of stuff that comes along that makes you think he's just a crazy old guy with a suit. And there's some really mysterious things that are happening, some incredible coincidences that make you think that maybe he is Santa. And they don't really conclude in the movie which it is, because what makes it a miracle is that it's still a mystery that we don't know. So if you look at at miracles in the world around us, the most organized group that has miracles is the Catholic Church, because they have saints, and in order to be a saint, you need to have documented miracles to your credit. And the medical miracles are documented. Our Lady of Lourdes, which is a church in France. And the Catholic Church verifies instantaneous, complete, inexplicable healing. That's what they call it. Instantaneous, complete, and inexplicable healing. Instantaneous. Okay, well, that means that somebody was ill and then they weren't. My guess is that if it's not instantaneous, but the change happens and they go from being sick or getting sicker to being well or getting better, that qualifies as instantaneous because there's an instantaneous turnaround, even though it might take some time. Instantaneous, complete, and inexplicable healing. What is the important word there? Inexplicable. That just means that they can't explain it from their perspective. And they use all of the best experts they have available. They use the theologians, they use the leaders of the Catholic Church, they use all the best medical guidance and advising that they can possibly get. They do an exhaustive scientific review, and it remains inexplicable. Well, it is completely possible that at some point we will understand what's going on. We will see what's happening behind the curtain. We will see whatever it is that's been that's been obfuscated, and understand that those spontaneous healings, those miracles, can be explained very easily in the context of the new stuff that we know. They're still fun in the meantime. It's fun to see those miracles that are going on. They're spontaneous healings. A medical diagnosis that just goes away. That is a spontaneous healing. And that has happened. There's stories of that happening with cancer and with paralysis and with other illnesses. So they can just go away. And it's possible for them to just go away. There are some stories in the Bible of Jesus doing a bunch of different healings and performing miracles. And one of them was he cured leprosy. So he went amongst the lepers, which was really made everybody around him a little bit upset. But he would hang out with the lepers, and then he cured some of the lepers, and actually told some of his guys, "Hey, go cure the lepers," because they could. Um, Believe it or not, leprosy is still a thing, and now it can be healed by faith, by prayer, by miracle, or by a three drug regimen of antibiotics that's given over the course of 6 to 18 months, and is, by the way, available free of charge through World Health Organization everywhere in the world. So, what does that do to the miracle? What does that do to Jesus's miraculous healing? Well, it's still an important story. It's still something that can change. And the fact that it was inexplicable in those days, and it was like there was nothing else to do about it in those days, doesn't change the story at all. I have been involved in lots of stories of miracles, of things changing. Scopy says escaping a plane crash unharmed. We've heard of that happening. Plane crash, and it changes the history of rock and roll, or plane crash and everybody walks away. Surviving a disaster. I have friends who live in Hawaii, and there's a big hurricane going through Hawaii right about now. The big island of Hawaii hasn't been directly hit by a hurricane since I think the 1800s or some such. And by the way, it still hasn't, because it went a little bit south, so they missed the eye did not land on the island of Hawaii. And my friends live on Kauai, which is up and to the left. And it was mostly out of the path of the hurricane. I was texting back and forth with them yesterday, and I said, "You going for a prayer or a miracle or a coincidence?" And he says, "Oh, we'll do a little of all of it." And they as well are fine. Christy, unexpected and surprising income coming in just when a large bill needs to be paid. Amen to that. And we've seen those sorts of things happen. The everyday miracles are just amazing. The everyday miracles are the ones that remind us that we're involved in something much bigger. Waking up in the morning is a miracle. When you think about it, that you were so tired that your body fell to sleep, and you're out. And then for some reason, the heartbeat picks up and the respiration comes up and the consciousness comes back in and we wake up. And when's the last time you woke up and said, "This is a miracle," instead of saying, "Oh God, another day to have to deal with"? But that's a miracle. When we get a cut in our skin, it heals. And that just, that's so natural that we just, oh, of course that's the way it works. And sometimes you put a little bit of topical antibiotic on it, sometimes a Band-Aid, but it heals. Even in major surgeries, the body is healing itself. It is bringing itself back into that place of alignment. And that is miraculous. Just the way that happens is miraculous. You want to see a miracle? Get a pot of soil and a seed and watch the miracle happen. Because you start it, but it just happens. And it is so easy to see the miracle coming about in that. And going back to the unexpected money showing up, it doesn't necessarily have to be when you need it. It happens when you open to it. That is called prosperity consciousness. And we're going to be doing an exercise in prosperity consciousness. We're kicking it off next week because we have a thing called the Unexpected Income Club, where you basically raise your hand and say, I would like to have some unexpected income. And the commitment is to do a little work in consciousness. And the two things that you do in consciousness, first of all, you do a daily spiritual practice, a prayer, to align yourself with that infinite prosperity that's available. And then you agree to pay it forward, basically tithe 10% of whatever that unexpected income is. And that'll go to New Thought Philadelphia just because we're keeping track of it. And by the way, it's unexpected income. This is surprise money. So you get to keep 90% of God's surprise money. And we use that not because that's the way that our lives are going to work, but this is an experiment. This proves to you that it works. And it does work. I mean, I've told you guys the story before of, as I was involved in these processes and opening myself up to prosperity, I started having a willingness to pick change up off the ground, pennies. It turns out the amount of time it takes to pick up a penny off the ground. I timed a teenager once. It took a second. For me, maybe it take 2 seconds. But at a second to pick up a penny, it's $36 an hour. And I told the teenagers, I said, where else are you going to get a $36 an hour job? And oh, by the way, you can get a raise because there's nickels and quarters and stuff out there as well. And so I had my willingness to pick up pennies off the ground, and then I started finding quarters. And I went with lots and lots of quarters that I found on the ground. And then $5 and $20 bills. And twice I found $100 bills lying on the ground. And in the first case, it was like on the corner near my house. And I was walking the dog, and there was nobody around. It had been there apparently long enough that, whoever dropped it, left it, was gone. And it was clearly did not belong to anybody else. So, okay, $100. And that was a really cool story. The second time it happened, I was with my daughter, and we were walking down the sidewalk together. She was ahead of me. And she walked past a $100 bill, and I saw it on the sidewalk, and I go, whoa. And she turns around, she says, there's a $100 bill on the floor, on the ground there, wasn't there? Because she wasn't even looking for it. She wasn't open to the possibility of that miracle showing up in her life. So part of it is consciousness, part of it is opening, part of it is being aware of what the miracles could be. And we get to play with this a little bit. Dina's a childbirth educator, which if you knew what all of those letters after her name mean. And even 35 years into childbirth education and being involved in that, and the depth that she has, birth is still a miracle. And to me as well, and to lots of people. The maternity ward at the hospital is the only place where you have, one person go in and two people come out. And it is so miraculous. And anything that we look at, as we open to the awareness of what's a miracle, the stuff shows up. One of them is good timing. You know how you're sometimes thinking about somebody and then they call? Or you're imagining a movie that you once saw and you don't remember what the title of the movie was, but it was really wonderful, and you're flipping through the channels and there's the movie. Those are happy coincidences. And we can invite those because the whole thing about this New Thought teaching is that there is one intelligence, one creative power, one presence, one love. And it's sharing itself as me and as everything else, and bringing all the pieces together in a way that brings joy and uplift to all of us. So as I open to the possibility of that happy coincidence showing up, as I open to the miracle experience, stuff happens. And getting back to the definition, it cannot be explained by natural or scientific laws. Perhaps it can be explained by spiritual laws, and you don't need to necessarily explain it. You don't need to know how it works in order to work it. So as we open up to those miraculous experiences, as we get an idea of the tone and flavor of what they're going to be, stuff shows up. Changing of the seasons is kind of miraculous. We lived in Florida for 10 years and we didn't get to see much of the change of seasons. But here, we're in the midst of harvest season now, and everything is blossoming and growing, and I get more tomatoes than I know what to do with, and it's wonderful. And then harvest season will end, and the leaves will fall, and the trees will become barren, and stuff will stop growing, and then it'll all go dormant in the wintertime, and everything will look dead and lifeless. And then springtime comes, and it all blossoms back into life again. That's kind of miraculous in its own way. All forms of creativity are art and theater and music and ways that we get an inspiration to share whatever the divine is giving us and bringing that into the world. My friend musician Lou Doty has written some wonderful songs, and the great thing that he said about them is he says, I didn't really write them. God wrote them. I just heard them first. And to be that in tune with the creative process and the way that the miracles are unfolding for us is a gift. And it's a way that we get to remind ourselves that we're participating in that creative process. And we get to do that every time that we do a practical prayer. And the process for the prayer is to start by getting an idea of the experience that we want to have. And there might be something going on that we don't like. It might be a description of a disease or an illness or a pain or a challenge, and that we'd like to have some resolution for. And it's not bad to identify that there's stuff going on in our lives that we don't like. So the first thing is to say, this is the purpose of my prayer. I'm going to turn that around. So it's going to go from my foot hurting to perfect health and comfort and moving easily through my life. Okay, that's a good one. And then we remind ourselves that we're part of something much bigger, that there is an infinite creative power. We remind ourselves that there is a divine creative process that has been creating everything since the beginning of time. And then we remind ourselves that we're part of it. It's not possible that God is everywhere except the 3 feet around me. We're part of that infinite creative process. So we are participating in creating what's next. And then we invite in that goodness. I am health and comfort, walk easily through my life, or find plenty of money from unexpected places, or my life is now filled with love and companionship, if maybe it hadn't been before. Settle into gratitude for the good that's already underway, grateful for the awareness of the creative process, grateful to be participating in it, and then let it go. This is not something that happens by willpower. This is a change that happens in our consciousness. And as soon as we let go of it and turn it over to the infinite and stop thinking that we have to do it ourselves, that's when it gets to work. That's when the change either starts to happen or continues to happen or shows up. Will the change that you're looking for be documented by the Catholics and declared to be a miracle? I don't care. It will probably matter to Catholics. It will not matter to me. And there will likely be much discussion about it. And, if that's a good thing for you, then go ahead and have at it. My friend Michelle Whittington was running a large New Thought community for 20 something years in Arizona. Faced all of the usual challenges that people face when running large, diverse, and distributed organizations. And she came up with a saying, with a little affirmation that worked beautifully well for her. And she's now my boss at the affiliated New Thought Network, and she's taught me how to use it. When one of those things comes up, she says, I look forward to seeing how God is going to work this out. I look forward to seeing how God is going to take care of this. And it's a reminder that we get to let go of it, open to the possibility of something new and wonderful happening, and then let the infinite bring about either a miracle or a coincidence or an answered prayer. So let's see what happens in your life as you open to that goodness that you're seeking. And it could be anything that's going on, anytime, anywhere, any part of your life where you're feeling a challenge. I look forward to seeing how God's going to work this out. Open to the possibility, open to the newness, settle into gratitude, and know that that infinite creative power is creating something new and wonderful. Because you deserve it. So it is.
And so it is.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, Anna. Thank you, Rev. Let's settle down. Let's get comfortable where we at. See, we see some miracles. We are a miracle. Each one here, if you ponder and look at your life to now, you see a lot of miracles in your life. One day I asked a client, a lady, she's a professional, she highly educated, I said, and I asked her, I did like an affirmation. I told her, you know, God does nothing but leaves nothing undone. And she said, oh, that's a miracle. See, we look at miracles different ways. Life itself is a miracle. Be comfortable where you are. If you want to, you can close your eyes. Bring them to a soft focus. Relax. Relax your mind. And your body will follow. Relax both. When you see some tensions, maybe in your shoulder, somewhere in your body, focus on that part. Knowing that the spirit within is also expressing through you. Be that filter for the flowing of the spirit flows through your body from head to toe or from toe to head. And relax right there. Like you're relaxing in your bed, in your couch, but knowing that you're relaxing in the everlasting arms of the Most Highest. Childlike attitude. Most of the time believe in miracles. Even those magic tricks. Seems like miracles to a child. I believe we need to go back to that attitude. Not being childish, but taking that childlike attitude. Be curious, curiosity, asking questions. Most likely to yourself. Just in your imagination. Flying to different parts. Where you're comfortable and relaxed, at peace, with joy, with wisdom, with love, with unity, freedom, compassion and kindness. It's a saying that's the language that the deaf could hear and the blind could see. Being trusted with that trust. Open. Curious. Receptive. Be aware divine potential within you, within us. Have that trust, that faith in God and yourself and your fellow man. Being expecting those miracles in your life. See, everything that breathes, proclaim the glory of God. Every life manifests that goodness, the Most High's. We shout like expecting with enthusiasm. I always see a child getting up in Christmas morning, jumping out of bed with that joy, opening up the gift of God. Let's get up every morning like that. Seeing that miracle of life. Open up a gift every morning like Christmas. With enthusiasm, being on fire with the divine. Expecting miracles. Knowing that they will come. We don't need to know where from. It's always come from the source. It says every good gift come from the Father above, which we call it in heaven, which is in us. The light of eternity. That's where we live and move and have our being. Our immortal self. Just blind like the leaves in the river. On with the current, with the flow of life, with the spirit. Oh my God, that's a miracle. So as we go to the silence together, embody your miracle. Embrace all that good that God has for you, here and now.
What is a miracle if not an expression of the infinite creative force of the universe that is beyond our limited human comprehension? There was a time when having the ability to talk to someone on the other side of the world would have been considered a miracle. And here we are doing it. And we do it every day, every week. Because as humans, we've expanded our understanding, we've expanded our ability. We've deepened our awareness. So I know that each of us, as individual expressions of that infinite power of the universe, continue to grow and expand and experience that infinite creative power in our lives with greater expressions of health, of wholeness, of prosperity, of love, of creativity, of our work in the world, of spirit itself. However we experience it, however we open to it for our individual expressions. There's no big, there's no small. Whatever good we desire is the universe expressing. So we open to that good here and now and allow it. And it shows up in our lives as a manifest expression of the infinite. I'm very grateful and thankful for this understanding, for this truth, for this awareness of that creative law. That the more we open to the universe, the more we experience its good. And the seeming miraculous becomes our everyday experience. So I claim this good here now for everyone on the Zoom, everyone following along on the live stream, everyone everywhere, opening to that infinite creative force of the universe. So things beyond our wildest dreams become our experience of life. So I claim it, I let it be, and into the law I loose my word, and so it is. I invite you all to take a nice, deep, full, cleansing breath. Breathe in fully. Exhale. Bring some gentle movement back to your body. Maybe roll your shoulders, move your fingers or toes. Gently and lovingly allow the light to come back to your eyes as you slowly open them and bring your awareness back to this Zoom celebration. And Anna is going to sing us another song.
Spend all your time waiting for that second chance, for a break that will make it okay. There's always some reason to feel not good enough, and it's hard at the end of the day. I need some distraction, oh beautiful release. Memories seep through my veins. Let me be empty, oh, and weightless, and maybe I'll find some peace tonight. In the arms of the angel, fly away from here, from this dark, cold hotel room, and the endlessness that you feel. You were pulled from the wreckage of your silent reverie. You're in the arms of the angel. May you find some comfort here. So tired of the straight line, and everywhere you turn, there's vultures and thieves at your back. The storm keeps on twisting. You keep on building a lie that you make up for all that you lack. It don't make no difference escaping one last time. It's easier to believe in this sweet madness, oh, this glorious sadness that brings me to my knees. In the arms of the angel, fly away from here, from this dark old hotel room, and the endlessness that you feel. You were pulled from the wreckage of your silent reverie. You're in the arms of the angel. May you find some comfort here. Some comfort here. In the arms of the angel, fly away from here, from this dark cold hotel room, and the endlessness that you feel. You were pulled from the wreckage of your silent reverie. You're in the arms of the angel. May you find some comfort here. You're in the arms of the angel. May you find some comfort here. Some comfort here.
Thank you, Anna. Beautiful, beautiful. So, anybody got a miracle story? Something that occurred to them? Celeste, the internet went out and miraculously came back during our celebration today. So that's, and anything can be a miracle. That if you're open to it. Anybody got something to share? Go ahead and wave your hand or just unmute and give voice to it. Go ahead, Breen.
So it struck me several weeks ago when we had a big storm that rolled through the area. Folks in the mainline area know there's lots of trees down, lots of damage. Big branch from my neighbor's tree came down, and it landed. Parts of the branch landed on either side of of our driveway, and the truck was in the driveway, and it was a big branch that came on our side, but nothing hit the truck. There was no damage at all, and I was like, this is a miracle. How could this branch fall that close to the other side of the truck and not hit the truck at all? And then fast forward to to Wednesday, when I was the fifth car in a 5-car accident, and something hit the truck, and it was when I got out and looked at the front. I'm like, oh my God, how is that much damage? And so I'm open to the miracle of, you know, everything being smooth and working through with the insurance companies and the yada, 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 yada. And, you know, in the past hour or so, really have changed my way of thinking about it, because, you know, nobody wants to go hassle with a used car salesman. So I'm not gonna. I've
There you
decided
go.
it's not gonna be a hassle. So there it is.
Not going to be a hassle. Yeah. Miracles large and small. And I'm glad you're safe. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Let's invite Jane in to lead us in the offering then.
Okay. New Thought Philadelphia is all about spreading the love. Our community is supported by your contributions. The gift you share helps fund our work in the world, and the way you shine your light spreads the love. We are grateful for every way you share. We don't have a basket today, but there is a donate button on the website to make a donation by Zelle, credit card, PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo. You can also mail a check to our office in Ardmore. The offering affirmation is on screen. Let's unmute and we'll say the affirmation together. I live in
I
an
live in an
abundant
abundant
universe.
universe.
I am one
I am
with
one with the
infinite
source of
source
all good.
all
the
good.
center
I
of
am a
kindness,
center of
prosperity.
kindness and
Prosperity.
I enjoy the
I
richness
enjoy
of
the
life.
richness of life.
I
I
bless
bless
I
share
bless
my gift.
I share my
Share my gift.
gratitude
As I
and
give,
joy.
I do receive.
I know that
As I
as
give,
I do receive,
receive, and so it
So
is.
it is.
so it is. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Anna, one more song for us, please.
When I wake up in the morning, love, and the sunshine hurts my eyes, and something without warning, love, bears heavy on my mind. Then I look at you, and the world's alright with me. Just one look at you, and I know it's gonna be lovely day, 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 lovely day. When a day that lies ahead of me seems impossible to face, when someone else instead of me always seems to know their way, then I look at you, and the world's alright with me. Just one look at you, and I know it's gonna be lovely day, 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 lovely day. You can sing along. Lovely day, 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 lovely day. When I wake up in the morning, love, and the sunlight hurts my eyes, and there's something without warning, love, bears heavy on my mind. Then I look at you, and the world's alright with me. Just one look at you, and I know it's gonna be lovely day, 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 lovely day. Lovely day, lovely day, lovely day. It's a lovely day.
Beautiful. Lovely. Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you so much, Anna. Thank you, everybody who's been here today. A reminder that, as always, following a celebration, we have a miracle in a minute. Slightly different meaning. Breen is on duty to provide the Miracle in a Minute session. If you'd like, you can chat him up before we finish. And in the meantime, let us close with a cacophony. Go ahead and unmute so that you can repeat after me. I am love.
I am love.
I am light.
I am light.
I am open to miracles.
I am open to miracles.
My light shines.
My light shines.
My love flows.
My love flows.
And the miracles are at hand.
And the miracles are at hand.
And so it is.
So it is.
So it is.